Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Part-Time Homestead. Hey, if you're watching, thanks for that. Today I want to bring you up to date. So it's been 2 weeks since I started the Rescue the Queen mission, and as you can see from the activity right here in this hive, it doesn't look like it was successful. But there is looks like they have an upper entrance that they've been using here where there is some activity. In either case, what I did was, if you didn't watch the video, there was probably about 30 to 50 bees in here with a queen, a new queen that I had purchased. Long story how we ended up here. But in order to save her, I added a feeder inside the hive with sugar water. And in order to keep the other two hives from coming here and robbing this hive, I added an open feeder out here with sugar water so they would go there, in hopes to feed and save this queen. Now, I'm going to open it up today and take a look and see how successful that effort was, and also check the other hives as well. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright. So sugar water is all gone. It's been gone for a minute. There's some dead bees in here. That's not a good sign. And there's my one little tiny cluster right there. So I imagine there might still be a queen in here. Some frames out, so I've got some wiggle room in here. Wax moth. Signs of wax moth eggs. That's got to come out. Oh, this hive just cannot catch a break. Cannot catch a break, I'm telling you. Yep, wax moths. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. There's more wax moth eggs there, all over on this frame of. So this has also got to come out. This is the frame where the queen is most likely on. Yep, she's there. Oh, she's got brood. She's got brood. But look, on the backside. On the backside, there's all this wax moth. So wax moth eggs, queen and brood. What the heck am I gonna do about that? Honestly. Oh, that was a wasp that I don't need. They don't need that on top of everything else. Very little stores. Oh, Lord. Man, so where is Queenie at? Did she move off this frame? Is she on this one in here? I think she moved off the frame. Yeah, I don't see the queen on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to scrape all this stuff out it's got a plastic divider in here, so if I can scrape this stuff out of this side. Yeah, look at that. Look at the wax worm larva in there. See it right there? It's a mess. That is a gnarly mess, but I really want this brood on this side to be successful. So I'm going back in with it. Those other frames are going to have to stay out for now. And then we're going to make more sugar water and feed. So man, the queen she's still hanging on. She just can't catch a break. I'm going to fix the wax moth problem in there. Alright, honey super. Nothing. Nothing in my honey super still. Okay, this is the Monty hive. So there was nothing in the super, which is to be expected because we're kind of not, spring is done gone, there's not a lot of stuff going on for them to be building up. So we're just going to inspect the hive to see how the population is, how we're doing with that. Okay. So out here, what's your viewpoint on that? You guys see that? No. Lift it up a little bit. There we go. So first frame looks like pollen stores out there. Same thing, pollen. Looks like they're eating the honey. See the pattern? They got the honey here. And then this would normally be where the brood's at, but there's no brood. They're just eating the honey right now. Smoke them down. Alright. Let's check frame number 2. This is a heavier frame. Big bees. Good honey amount, lots of pollen, good amounts of honey. So there's a little bit of brood in there. So not a bad looking frame. I mean, all in all, so far this hive is looking decent for the time of year. Definitely decent. Look at that. Lots of brood. Lots of brood. Nice. That is one. You see all that brood? Look at this. Brood all the way around here. It's kind of shoddy in the middle. Looks like there's larvae in there. Can't tell. You get it in the sun. There's eggs or not. It's good. Look at that. More brood over here. More larvae. Nice. This hive is doing well, my friends. Maybe we'll get a fall flow. You know, if you watch my channel for the bees, great, appreciate it. But I also have a little bit of gardening stuff, and I don't know, I just bought some trees that are going to be helpful for these bees. Golden rain tree, tulip poplar tree. I'm going to get some sourwoods here in the future planted out here. It's going to take some time, but hopefully I'm trying to get more food on my property for these guys. Look at that. There's the queen. Queen right there. White dot. She's looking good. She's got a lot of brood in here. A lot of brood. This hive is looking really good. I'm gonna get her back down in here. I want her to be. Take a look at the backside. Oh yeah, this hive has just a ton of brood in it. I don't even think. I want to take a look at this outside frame over here, but I don't really need to see anything else. Yeah, see, I got a lot of open cells. And they have that whole top super, so no worries with that. Just move everything over. Alright. Everything back together. Bring back in there. All right, there we go. This colony is looking really well. So looks like we might go into fall with some decent amount of decent population. Should be all good. Cover these guys back up. Let them get back to being bees. Alright, next hive. my God, this thing is heavy. What we got going on in here? We got some honey. Oh man, this bee yard is in need of some sprucing up. I'll tell you that much right now. There we go. Smoke, please. All right. Oh man, this. All right, so there is lots of honey. Lots of honey. There's some weird comb building going on over here though. I got a foundationless frame on this end. And they're just going hog wild with their comb building over here. Trying to fill up all these gaps. All this wax. It's okay. Alright, let me take out this frame over here and show you what I'm talking about. This is that one that might fall because there's no foundation on it. There's very little comb and they got it full of honey. So it's weird, these guys, they're not, oh did they? Oh yeah. So, I don't know if you remember sawing this last time, but it was literally just this section. They added all that, and look at that golden honey in there. It's amazing. This hive is just doing so well. See if I can't set that right there and not damage it. Next frame. Oh my God, I can't even hold this frame. Look at that. That is just, look at that. Can you guys see that? That is just chock-a-block full. This thing is heavy. This thing's got, this one frame right here has to be 10 pounds minimum. This is just all honey up here. That's good. These guys are doing great. So I'm going to put this back in there, let them continue their work, build this up with some honey. So my intentions with this hive was to let this honey stay in here. This was going to be their food for overwinter. And then I want them to build honey for me in the flow frames that are on top of this. so I can extract that honey for myself. I don't have an extractor or the equipment that I need to take the honey from the frames at this point in my beekeeping hobby. And I'm also a fan of letting them eat their honey and not feed sugar water. So my intention was to have the brood chamber on the bottom. This would be their food for overwinter. And then the next one on top of that will be mine. So we'll see. So I'm going to take this honey box off, this deep honey super off, get down to the brood chamber. If I can't inspect that, make sure that everything is going kosher down there. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, that's got to be. That's heavy. Little smoke. This wind just doesn't make inspecting your hives easy, I'll tell you that. Blows your smoke everywhere, blows your bees, and they get unhappy. Unhappy bees, unhappy beekeeper. You know, I'm not a fan of foundationless frames because they build that irregular comb, but sometimes you just have to go with it. That's all you got. Lots of honey, uncapped honey in this one. Look at all that. You guys can see that. That is all uncapped honey down here as well. It's craziness. Lots. Oops, sorry, buddy. You guys need to give me some room. These guys are just everywhere. I want to move out of my way so I can grab these frames. I think I'm going to take that drone. All that stuff right there on the bottom is drone comb. I'm going to scrape that off. But I'm seeing lots of pollen in this frame. Here we got on the inside. Yeah. And you see all the different colors? I don't know if you guys are getting that or not. I tried to show you last time, but there's red and yellow and some orange. It's just cool. You see that? Alright, let me see here. Just scraping off this drone comb. There we go. So far we have lots of food, lots of resources in here. I don't see any new workers. Yep, same thing, lots of pollen. Oh, there's some brood. That's good. Some capped brood. Some more drone comb, which I'm going to scrape off. They're not going to be appreciative of. Sorry guys. Alright, the drone comb off there. More of that great looking pollen up there. Some brood. Back down in. Sorry about the bumpy ride. So we don't have a lot of brood in here, or eggs or larvae, but I haven't really seen a lot of open frames even, or open space. So this is just a big hive. I mean, it's my biggest hive. There's a lot of bees in here. This is lighter. Oh yeah, there's my brood. Keep getting in the sun. Look at that. That's a nice brood pattern right there. Well, take that back. It's not a pattern, but there's a lot of brood in there. Queen. Let me find my queen. She should be somewhere because there's 2 cells. Lots of brood there too. This one has the blue queen. She's not marked very well, but she's been in here for a minute, so I don't know how old she is. I want to make sure she's still in here. There's a larva. Possibly eggs. It's hard for me to see, but there's larvae in those open spaces in there. Maybe eggs, but I can't see them. They're so tiny. My eyes just are old eyes. Oh, there's the queen. Queenie is right there. She's right there. So with that being said, I am going to remove this cell and this cell. Take that out. Take that out. That. And we're going to go back down in there. Oh, you know what? Let me see. She's still around. What's she doing? Man, I wish you guys could see that. I'm going to show you guys this pollen colors. Can you guys see that? It's cool, huh? Okay. Looking for my queen. Where did she go? Alright, let's get this next frame out. Oops. There's tons of pollen. Lots of pollen, more drone comb that I'm going to be getting rid of right here. Two more frames in the brood chamber down here. Gosh, look at all that. Look at all that pollen. It's different colors. I don't know if that's technically bee bread. I really don't know. I'm going to look that up. With all those colors of pollen right there. Smash that. Sell. That's just crazy colors right there. It's cool. And then the last frame is honey. So I'm not even going to take it out. This hive is just full of resources. Full. Okay, so let's review that inspection. So the first hive we looked at was the queen that I was trying to save. Fed in the hive, open fed, and basically there's just a small cluster of bees. There's brood in there actually. She did lay some bees. She's starting to work on that, but it's still a very dire situation in there. And to top it off, now we have waxworms and wax moth problem. I don't have any drawn out comb frames. I don't have any foundation frames. So I really can't help her out in that area. And the frame that has the brood on it, on the back side, had wax moth larvae. So I scraped it off and I left it in there because I want that capped brood to hatch and I want her population to grow. So I know probably the logical thing to do would be to take brood from another hive, put it in there, remove all those frames, put new frames in, and then shake the queen and the bees down in with the new brood and the new bees. But I don't have a lot of brood in any of the other hives. The first hive we inspected after the queen hive, I don't even have a name for that hive yet, but the second hive that we inspected has brood in it, but one basic frame of a lot of brood, maybe two. And it's doing well, but I don't think I should remove the brood from that hive. I don't want to jeopardize that hive. The last hive that we inspected is full of resources. Pollen, honey, I mean, it's just chock-a-block full. It's doing really well. And very little brood again. So not really enough to remove from there and put into the other hive. And every time I take bees and put them into the other hive or brood or anything, it ends up with a robbing situation and then it just depletes that hive again. So it doesn't really work out for me. So at this point, I'm gonna hope that those wax moths just don't start taking off in there. I want that brood to hatch. I'm gonna put more sugar water inside that hive. The open feeder still has sugar water. The bees aren't interested in it. They're not really going for it. It's just got wasps on it. But the other two hives have plenty of food, so maybe that's why. So I'll do an internal feeder in there again and hope for the best. If you guys have any comments, am I overlooking something? Am I missing something? Please help me out in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.